Special co-host this evening, film historian Donald Bogle. Thanks, Donald, for joining us.
Thanks, Robert.
Really appreciate it. Up next in our Race and Hollywood series is the 1949 film Intruder in the Dust, based on William Faulkner's novel about racial prejudice. It's a film that stars David Bryan, Claude Jarman Jr., and Juano Hernandez. Now, this film came at a very pivotal time in the history of MGM because you have two chiefs, Louis B. Mayer and the new guy in town, Dory Sherry. And Mayer didn't want to make the film, I understand.
No, because this was, for MGM, it was a more serious film. It was dealing with the race problem. It has an unusual black character in it, so I don't think it was Louis B. Mayer's idea of entertainment.
It had no glamour.
No, it didn't. And even the way that Clarence Brown is the director, and he's an old Hollywood hand, and he's an underrated director, really.
Great director.
Yes, and he wanted to do it in a different way from the standard MGM kind of product. He shot part of this movie on location in Oxford, Mississippi, where Faulkner was from.
Right.
He used some of the townspeople in the movie. And so it gives it another feel. At times you may even, even though it's set in the American Deep South, but you may feel it has a European feel. You may feel it's been influenced by, the Italian neorealism. But this is a different kind of film for MGM. It comes at the end of the problem picture cycle. And it will not have great success, but it remains, I think, an important film. And Ralph Ellison, the African-American novelist and writer, who once wrote about the Negro problem pictures, he felt that this one was really the most authentic.
Really?
And we can see it. And I think that as viewers look at it, to look closely at the character that Juano Hernandez plays, this is one of the strongest black male characters you will see in Hollywood movies up to that time. It is a highly distinctive character. The character is proud. There is a kind of defiance that he has, and we're going to see that he has so much pride that he really doesn't care to prove anything to the whites in his community. And he becomes a focal point for them because, as we'll see, he's a black man who will not play the role of one of their subservient figures. So it really goes into a new direction, a direction that doesn't really continue in American movies, but he may well be viewed as our first black separatist character in Hollywood films.
Interesting point. He also has one of the great faces ever in films. Once you see him, you never forget him.
Yes.
Well, here, directed by the same great director of National Velvet, The Yearling, and many of the films of Greta Garbo, Clarence Brown, Intruder in the Dust.